Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, original, chapter number 3, text number 33, Karma Yoga. Sadrishyam chestade swasya prakriter jnanavan abhi prakritim yanti bhudani nirgrihaha kim karishyati. That means all living entities act according to their own nature, as it is obtained from the three modes of material nature. Consequently, even a person who is Jnanavan, he also acts according to the direction of the modes of material nature. Krishna is asking here, what can we do to control those? So the material nature, which is consists of three divisions, three modes: goodness, passion, ignorance, put us, the jivas, in the higher and lower platforms. Our original identification that we are servant of God. We are not servant of anybody in this material universe. Therefore, there is competition between nations, between leaders, stars, in the sports field also, competition between one another. Everyone wants to be a superior person. Everyone wants to be the boss. No one wants to be the servant. Why? Originally, we are servant of God. Because we have forgotten and taken this false identification. It begins from Lord Brahma to the lowest of all species of life. Everyone wants to be the leader, the boss. Whether you go to the ant community or worm community or animal community or birds community or human community, everywhere you can see these competitions. But this is not there in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, everyone enjoys becoming a servant of other devotees. For example, if you are giving something to Krishna, if another devotee comes and asks, I want to give to Krishna, immediately he hands over to him. This devotee never tried to pose himself to be the superior. Therefore, in the spiritual world, you can see dasanudasas. In the material world, everyone is the boss. The three modes of material nature always keep us under their control by giving us the false notions and hopefulness that you are the boss. You can see that directly, especially in the capitalist countries. Everyone wants to lord over the material nature. Everyone wants to be the boss. And it starts from, as I said, from Lord Brahma himself. But our own identification never changes. This false identification always changes. Today you are Prime Minister or President of the nation, Chief Minister, Commander-in-Chief, generals, captains, woman, man, American, Indian, Chinese, Russian. All these identifications are false. Why? Because it changes. As soon as one leaves this body, he cannot actually claim anymore, I am this and that. And according to the karma, you have to take another body. And this body may not be feasible for us. Because of this lethargy, that means we are sound sleeping in terms of understanding our original identity and embraced the false identity. Just like a joker, when he appears on the stage, he sometimes cries, sometimes he laughs, sometimes he is serious, sometimes he is very gentle, sometimes he is very angry. All these things are there as long he is on the stage. When he goes out of the stage, he doesn't show any of these symptoms. So material life means is artificially imposed upon us. And therefore, in our day-to-day life, sometimes we are serious, sometimes we are very hilarious, sometimes we are raged, sober, dull, sometimes we are as good as dead, other time we want to only sleep, and different occasion we are engaged in recreation, entertainment. All these actions are imposed upon us by the material nature just because of our material desires. Material desires have no limit, and she is unlimited. Maya Devi is unlimited. She can perform all kinds of impossibilities because she is the shadow energy of the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Because she is the energy of Krishna, she cannot supersede the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sometimes we are exhilarated, and other times we are petrified, and most of the time we are appetized, and in different circumstances we become innovative, and also we work in such a way we would be completely swamped because it is a material disease. We more often wants to be exceptional. You see all these celebrities, especially the movie stars, how they are competing with one another. Still, there are some harmony. The greatest of all illusion you can see in Bollywood and in Hollywood. And all citizens of this world swept away by their entertainment program or by this entertainment industry. Simply illusion. The powerful illusion of Mother Durga you can see in Bollywood. These actors and directors, producers may seem to be flawless to a ordinary person or people who are not really educated. As I mentioned yesterday, the same class, crow class, may eulogize, but one shall understand the biggest illusion lays in this entertainment industry. And they make many millions and billions of dollars. And they enjoy by giving 1 or 2 hours of your entertainment. But as far as devotees are concerned, we are seeing the dance of the death on everyone's head. They think they have only one life. So let us enjoy as much as possible. What is it? Meat, wine, and woman. Because we are so much immersed in this kind of life, we are unable to come out of it. And YouTube is actually giving you the free access to all of these guys' presentations. And we are totally lost in the oblivion of our own self. What is the solution? The Supreme Lord is asking, how can we get out of it? You are carried away by these three modes of material nature, and everything that you are seeing, enjoying, eating, drinking, entertainment, everything you are seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, involved in all kinds of entertainment, is given by these three modes of material nature. What is the way to come out of it? That is what the Lord is asking. So we need to answer. We are completely lost. As I mentioned the other day, we boarded in a stone boat. And this stone boat is going to drown. Immediately. It will not even move a little bit. Before that, it will be drowned, sunk. Your Titanic, carrying 3,000 people, hitting against an iceberg, killed almost everyone, except few people, women and children. What to speak of the stone boat? If you have boarded in, you may say, I didn't know this stone boat would sink. Is that an excuse? Lord says, even an educated person, like your Rajinikanth or Amitabh Bachchan, your Shah Rukh Khan and different Khans, great scientists and philosophers and politicians, all are educated. They are amusing. The fans are saying, great, 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 and they are enjoying. When I hear the jai, jai of these people, I am always satisfied by seeing the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Why? Because He is the Master. Very shortly He is going to appear in front of them in the form of death. Mrityu. Mrityu sarva haraschaham. I appear in front of them in the form of death and take everything away. Udbhavascha bhavishyadam. I am the origin of their future also. Naturally, I am the end of their future also. This is what Krishna's statement is. Unfortunately, we are very frail, very weak in understanding the truth of the material existence. The Supreme Lord is the Lord of all living entities. Doesn't matter how much illusion they have spread out for others, how much we misguide them in the name of money, power, fame, beauty. So the entire world is really doing ruthless service to the ordinary people for want of not giving them the flawless education. When Lord dances over everyone's head, which he is doing from the back, he is coming. It is not a threat. It is to minimize our material necessities and not to entangle in that material necessities and lose the human form of life. Krishna hasn't created us for that purpose. If he has created us, gave us a life, there must be a goal. And that is what we have to work on. Not to be carried away by these nice musics and movie forms and the competition of these politicians are all over to distract you from your set target. For that purpose, Krishna is asking here, if an ordinary person is in such dilemma, and if an educated person is so confused and perplexed, what to speak of the people, those who are lower than the ordinary person and educated person? So let us have the understanding of the self that rather than this body. There is no use retiring to a desolate place. There also you will have attractions. It is the inner chamber needs to be kept immaculate. Then we can see there itself the personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, dwelling there, covered by the dirt of your heart. The Supreme Lord is covered by the dirt of your material desires. He is residing there. He wants to come out. But because we made him dormant, therefore we need to clean up that area fully. Then the symptoms of the personality of Godhead manifest in our heart. More often we think Krishna is an imaginary. Like this guy, he doesn't want to take Krishna as God. He doesn't want to take the name Krishna. The Supreme Lord. He thinks that some supreme energy has come in the form of Krishna, Rama. The same nonsense. Who are following in the past. Nirgrihaha kim karishyadi. So what can we do to come out of it? That will be spoken in the next lecture by the Supreme Lord. So let us wait and see. Tomorrow is Janmashtami. We will be speaking on the real purpose of Krishna's descents in this material world. I'm going to educate us how we should follow his teachings. we will continue. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.